on the Precious Pets London stand this morning, and I'm joined by the co-founders, Greg and Charlotte Nash, and indeed the company mascot, if you like, who it's named after, Precious. So, Greg, Charlotte, thanks for your time this morning.
Thank you.
Established 3.5 years now, I think you were telling me earlier.
Yeah.
Quite a rapid rise to success with a lot happened in that 3.5 years. So can you tell us a little bit about how things started off and how you've got to where you are now?
Yeah, well, it has been quite a rapid growth period actually. We established it in 2012. We started off the company selling B2C, so directly to groomers, breeders, those kind of professionals to get a feel for the brand and how good it was for so many different types of coat. But we started to get trade interest quite quickly, and so since we entered into trade and became a B2B business, it's been really rapid, and we've started to sell all over the UK. We also now export to over 13 international countries. We've only just started to export actually about 14 months prior, so quite a rapid expansion, and we sell to a majority of boutiques and salons, of course, but also some larger high-end retail establishments. We've just got into Selfridges for 2015, so that's quite
exciting.
Yeah. Christmas this year. We also sell to other places though, like veterinary clinics, garden centres, also high-end dog hotels, hotels that allow dogs, that kind of thing. So lots of different types of retailers now stock the products.
And Greg, I think one of the countries or part of the world you're exporting to is Asia and China and Taiwan and Japan.
Yeah, that's right.
That's fantastic for a 3.5-year-old company. That's some going. How did you manage to get that?
Well, that was an interesting one, and again, quite exciting. The Asian market are really enthusiastic about this product. They love heritage European brands. They love the sort of British etiquette feel to the brand, and our actual Chinese distributors, they had their eye on us from very, very early days when we first started. They saw us at shows, they looked at the product, they purchased a few, and this was before we actually rebranded. When we relaunched, they pretty much said, yeah, we're ready to buy, and they actually put in their first order in Germany, again, about 14 months prior, as Charlotte said, so not that long ago, really. Ever since that's happened, we then had interest from Japan. Again, they love the heritage feel to the brand. It's been very, very successful in Asia, which is very exciting.
Brilliant. So what makes the brand different then?
There's quite a few things actually. I think the three main things about our brand, or our ethos I guess you call it, is that all our products are made here in the UK. They're 100% naturally derived, and they're produced to human grade quality, and that's something that's extremely unusual for pet grooming products. A lot of people don't realise that pet cosmetics are not classified as the same way as human cosmetics. They actually come under the same band as household cleaning products.
Good.
Yeah.
So that gives you an idea of what could be in some of your pet shampoos, and certainly the synthetic ones and those that are imported from certain countries can be very similar makeup to a household cleaning product. So you can understand why things like sulfates have a bad rep nowadays, and why you get so many skin problems. With ours, it's made to UK regulations, which obviously have high quality anyway, but to human grade quality. So they go through the same type of manufacturing process as you get from anything you put on yourself. And I think that's really important, because if you wouldn't use it on yourself, why would you want to use it on your pet? And that's part of our ethos. I wouldn't use it on my precious pet if I wouldn't use it on me. So
that follows all the way through.
And as far as our actual conditioning shampoos go, they have several qualities that make them quite different. They cleanse, they condition, and they moisturise, so they have a 3-in-1 purpose, and they're suitable for sensitive skin. They are scented with essential oils, so they have that aromatherapy aspect to them as well, and they smell fantastic. They also produce a really good finish on any coat type, which is quite unusual. Normally, especially for grooming professionals, they would have to buy so many different products. So although ours are more premium, they're getting better value because they don't need a conditioner, they don't need a sensitive skin, a puppy, something for a different coat, they don't need a whitening shampoo, they don't need colours. So there's so many things to the product.
So why take 4 bottles into the dog wash when you can take 1?
Yeah, you pay a bit more for one, it lasts you longer, and it does more functions, so therefore you save money.
So when we talk about premium brands, you know, there's no higher praise than from Her Royal Highness Queen Elizabeth II, and
that's right.
there's a great endorsement that you've had. I maybe have to be careful about saying endorsement, but certainly a comment.
An acknowledgement.
An acknowledgement, that's a good way of
Yeah.
putting it, which you know, is the centrepiece of your stand here.
Of course.
And I love the story you told me earlier, Charlotte, about when you got the call. So can you just tell us that?
Well, when I launched the brand, because of our ethics for having everything made in the UK and also made to human grade standard, and I was thinking about who would appreciate that, and I felt that the Queen, who very much endorses UK, supporting UK business, and also with her corgis, she does attend a lot of shows and she does care about the welfare. I thought it would be something that she would appreciate, so I wrote a letter to Buckingham Palace just to tell them about this new brand and to ask whether she would be interested in trying the products. And I was quite surprised to get a phone call about it from the secretary, who was extremely enthusiastic. I was actually in London just actually ordering a pizza in a shop, and I had to leave, say, "I'm sorry, I have a secretary for the Queen on the phone."
They must have thought, who's this mad woman?
Yeah, exactly, really. But yes, she was so enthusiastic. She said, "Oh, the Queen would absolutely love to try this." Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for bringing it to our attention. And then she said she'd follow up with an email that gave me specifics about a date and a place that I would go, and a special entrance into Buckingham Palace where I'd have to deliver it to the footman.
Okay.
And yeah, so and
What an
I did
experience.
that. Yeah, so that was fantastic, and obviously we were even more surprised to actually have received a letter, because I genuinely thought that she'd want to try it, and she would try it perhaps, but that would be the end of it.
Yeah.
To actually receive a letter acknowledging it and saying that they thought the product smelled absolutely wonderful, we were just absolutely
So we know there's a bunch of corgis running around Buckingham Palace then, looking and smelling great.
Potentially.
Because of you
Potentially,
guys,
yeah.
That's brilliant. Well, that's a great way to end, I think. So, Greg, Charlotte, thank you very
Thank
much for your
you.
time.
Thank you.
And Precious, thank you for sticking with us.